First of all, let me just reiterate what I wrote recently in Jackson Deal's page, the Washington Post, that I think that President Obama made both a gutsy and correct decision. And it's correct not only in terms of Afghanistan, but I think from a much larger perspective. The United States was potentially at a tipping point, and I think still is, between a desire to continue its extensive engagement in the world that has basically remained steady since the Second World War, or perhaps for a variety of reasons, some of which are obvious, like the economic crisis, some of which are less obvious, perhaps having to do with the experience of the last 8 years, to sort of pull back a little bit. I think that one of the really important aspects of the president's decision is that it is definitely, he's definitely saying no to pulling back. If anything, he has clearly deepened and strengthened America's commitment to a difficult conflict in a far-off part of the world of which the American people know little. And I think that this is, in a way, this may be one of the most important decisions he makes in his presidency, because this sets a tone. You're not going to be pushing forward in a difficult conflict like Afghanistan and pulling back everywhere else. So I think it's important from that perspective. And it's a gutsy decision because I think that he probably faced a certain amount of opposition within his own administration, if the papers are correct, to making this deeper commitment. I think many of his own supporters, people who voted for him, probably would have preferred that he not take this decision, and to some extent he will be counting on significant amount of support from his normally political opponents. And I'm hopeful, in fact, that he will get that support, but that's a difficult thing for a president to do. Your own side is a little nervous about what you're doing, and you have to count for support on the other side as well. That is a gutsy decision.